So made it through the season, played every game that I was available for, and that came up. And then I think it was 10 minutes left in the second quarter, and I grabbed the ball. I just went to push off and take some ground, and then I just felt that pop in my left hamstring this time, so it wasn't the right one, it was the other leg, and I just went down. And obviously I was pretty upset and frustrated, so I gave a couple of punches to the floor. I had some messages last night, so people were saying, oh, it must have been extremely painful because he was writhing in pain. I think it was more I was writhing in frustration. I knew that it was an important game. Obviously it was an elimination final, but I was actually pretty heartbroken that I wasn't there to support the team for the next half. Instead of being heartbroken that I did my hamstring, it was more I couldn't go out and fulfil my role for the second half, and in a way I felt I was kind of letting down my teammates, so that's probably where that came from. And as soon as I kind of got to the bench, I broke down a bit. Obviously I know exactly what I'm about to be in for. I'm not too sure at the degree of what it is, but I knew that in the coming months it's going to be a bit of a challenge. So everyone gave me a couple of minutes to myself where I was just in the rooms alone, just trying to suck it all back up. And then Buxton came up to me and said, you know, obviously this is a painful experience, but we need you still. And I was planning that anyway, so I kind of got out what the emotions that were so raw and coming to the surface, and then sucked it up and got in the rooms with the boys and tried to pick them up as much as I could, because I still had a role to play even though it wasn't on the field. I knew as soon as I stood up that it wasn't as serious as the one last year, but obviously last year's one was so extreme that I'm not exactly sure how to grade it, because it was still extremely painful. I couldn't walk off unassisted. It's not something I'm going to dwell on. You know, I'm already looking forward to getting back on track and having a good 2016 season, so it's not something I'm going to be sitting here getting sour upon, but the amount of support I've received is amazing. It was pretty upsetting, and that was the last game, and to go out in that way. We thought we had a couple more weeks in us. That's probably what the disappointing thing was, that we didn't capture like our full form to continue. But after we got those emotions out, it was more just trying to get around each other and say it's not all doom and gloom. And we were very proud of our season. Like, a couple of people wrote us off that we weren't going to make finals. So to even get there in the second week of finals and show Werribee, the week before, how to play, it's fantastic. So the boys are proud, and yeah, it's just at the end, it's just a lot of raw emotions flying around. The reality of not playing with some of your best friends again, it's pretty hard to pinpoint into one feeling. It's and it feels like an emptiness, something you just need to get through. And obviously, just because you stop playing footy with them doesn't mean that you stop being friends with them. So that's probably what you need to wrap your head around. That it's not the end of where you're going to see them or how you interact with them. It's they're still your mate off the field, and that's what counts.